Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. The Tomorrow War was a film that a lot of people were excited for, myself included, because first, it was coming out, it was premiering on the 4th of July weekend. Always we love films during that time. It's a great time to go to the theaters. And even though it was not on the theater, it was on Amazon Prime. I think it was exciting to know that there was this type of film being showcased during this holiday. So now that I already watched it, and I know a lot of people have watched it, and the reviews are kind of mixed. Particularly, I would say the established reviewers are not giving it the best record, but most people that I know, most of my friends, even on Facebook, a lot of people, the audience itself is giving this movie a lot of praise. So in this video, I want to break it down for you, the good and the bad, what I like about it, what I didn't like about it, and ultimately, I want to let you know if I think this is a good movie or not. So in the next couple of minutes, stay tuned. The good. The first thing that we need to point out that is really excellent about the film is Chris Pratt. He is a likable guy. You know, no matter what he does, I feel that he presents a persona that is always likable and is really approachable. He has this comedic side, also he has this very dramatic side. A soft spot and a very strong spot. So he's the type of person that you feel that you want always to have in your corner as a friend. And I feel that because he is approachable and he, in many ways, you can relate with that, I think he has been able to captivate the audiences. And I think he does a fantastic job here. He's also a producer on the film. He is this guy, he's a former military, former soldier, that he is living a normal life, or he's trying to accommodate to this life and trying to follow his dreams. And things are not as easy. And of course, in the middle of that, all of that, these people from the future, they come and they pretty much recruit a lot of people from Earth, from this era, from this time period, to fight the war against aliens. So a lot of the things that you see in this film are very cliche, but regardless of what you see here, I feel that Chris Pratt is at the center. He's a great actor and he performs a great, character here. And also J.K. Simmons, he portrays his dad, a former veteran of the Vietnam War. And they have this type of relationship that, of course, you said there's a lot of difficulty, there was separation, and they don't have the best relationship. And that is at the center of the story. So I would say that they have done a terrific job here. I think they are the highlights in the acting part. And of course, the other actors here and there doing different parts. But I think Chris Pratt is at the center. Now, another thing that you're going to enjoy about the film, and I think that's the reason why we were attracted to it in the first place, based on the trailer, is the action. And definitely there is action here. There is, of course, a sci-fi action. Is in this case, the human race fighting an alien invasion, something that we have seen before. So I think that I love that there was a lot of action. I wouldn't say that there was extreme action like some other films. This is not a Michael Bay film, but there was action in that same vein. There's some slow-mo, there's a lot of things going on sometimes here and there. There's explosions, and there's some dramatic moments. And I would say that it was the biggest part, it's the entertaining part of it. And I think that's what really keeps you engaged to the film. It's just the action part, and it's one after the other. They were able, even though they don't have a big budget, and you can see it, they were able to manage to use that budget wisely. So there are scenes after scenes that everything flows. So you don't feel that you're missing out, or they're just taking some parts and they're just reducing the quality of it, or not having enough action. It has enough, and it's entertaining. The third thing that I really enjoy about the film is the story itself. Yes, it has a lot of cliches, and we're going to talk about it in just a moment. There's a lot of things there that were not as good. But it does have a central family message. And I think it's good to hear those things because unfortunately nowadays we don't get to see that much. The core of the story is the relationship between Chris Pratt and J.K. Simmons as his father, but also the relationship that he has with his daughter. If you're a father like I am, you can relate to a lot of the things that are said here. And also, it really provides that sense of, like now I can relate with my father or my mother or my parents because now I'm in the same boat. So it's really a good thing here. And I think they manage it well, and it's at the center of it. And I think that relationship and the turmoil that goes through with that relationship and the things that come with it, I feel that really enhance the story here and make it more enjoyable, but also more relatable. The bad. Now it's time to talk about the bad. Yes, even though this film is enjoyable, even though I really had a good time with the action, with the family theme, with Chris Pratt's acting, J.K. Simmons, all of that, it is not perfect. When you come to think of it, when you analyze everything, when you dissect the story, you realize that the premises are shaky at best. They're not that good. There's no much explanation in regards of the science behind a lot of things that are happening. And yes, it is sci-fi, so you take some liberties, but a lot of things are not, really poorly explained. Even the reaction of people to certain events. How people are able to believe some people that show up all of a sudden and tell you they come from the future, and they're asking for help. They need the help of these people that are probably less prepared to fight than them because of the technology, and they come just as cannon fodder just to die. So there's a lot of things that are not explained, and then the government goes along with it. They send people. They don't even have any military training. So all of those things are really, really stupid. When you come to think about it, the premises are really stupid, are poorly explained. But once the film kind of takes, the action takes precedent. Once the action starts coming in, then you kind of forget about all of those things. And I think that's the part where everything kind of dissuades, but that doesn't mean that the premises here and all the facts and all the things that are explained here are just bad. They're not that good. There's a lot of cliches, a lot of things that have been taken from other films. So this film is not groundbreaking. It's not changing the story. It's not bringing something new. It's like we see this mix, this concoction of a lot of films that we have seen in the past, whether it's Aliens, whether it's Independence Day, and so on and so on. Everything is combined to create this film, which in the end is entertaining, it's fun, but it's nothing new, and the science behind it is just not that great. So yeah, that's a big disappointment. Another thing that I would point out that I wasn't crazy about the film is that the way everything's segmented, even though it's fun in the sense that everything goes kind of fast. At the beginning it's kind of shaky, but then it gains momentum. But then the third act it feels kind of separate from the rest of the film. So, it makes the film longer than what actually is. It's like 2 hours and some, like a few minutes more. But you feel like you're watching a 3-hour film because of the third act. Because it's completely separate. In this case, there's kind of like a time loop where you go to the future, then you have to go back to the present, all of that, which I understand that that's what they needed to do. But at the same time, I feel that the way they set up the scenes and that particular part of the film, I would have preferred that to be at the center rather than to be at the end of the film. So I think it's more about the way they wrote the story, the way they structured the story. And in some ways, I wouldn't say, that was perhaps the only way for them to do it, but if I had the opportunity to change the script, I would have changed certain things here and there to accommodate, to make everything flow more naturally. In conclusion, I'm telling you, I had fun with this film. It was fun. Besides the shortcomings, besides all the things that perhaps are disappointing, I will tell you that for the most part, it was a fun ride. This is the type of film that when you come to watch, you need to leave your brain at the door, but you need to bring your heart, because the film has heart, and that's good. It has message for the family. Yes, there are a couple of things in the film that perhaps are not appropriate for children, language perhaps, or some violent moments, things like that, some deaths, all of that. But beyond that, besides that, I feel that the fun thing about the film is that it really has a message, and it has a lot of action. It's entertaining. Really, it's on par with a lot of films of this genre, of this type, and it's a film that is really, it was a perfect film for the 4th of July weekend. And I feel that this type of film that perhaps you're not going to watch over and over, it might not be Independence Day, but I'm telling you, it's still fun, and definitely I recommend it, besides all the shortcomings. So you have to give this film a final score. In my book, it's a 7 out of 10, which is good. 7, it's good in my book. I feel that the film is enjoyable. You will watch perhaps once or twice. It's fun. Chris Pratt is likable. The story is likable. The premises are not that good. But, you can kind of forget all of that when you're entertained with the action, and definitely with all those moments, and also family moments are very important. So yes, I recommend it. But what is your opinion, my friends? What do you think about the film? Do you like it? You didn't like it? Have you watched it, or you haven't watched it yet? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care. And I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.